Welcome to the WLAQ Community Spotlight, where we highlight the wonderful organizations and people that make the Rome community a great place to call home. Here's today's host.
And welcome in, everybody, to this latest edition of the WLAQ Community Spotlight, available to you on the WLAQ Rome Facebook page and the WLAQ Radio YouTube channel. And the focus of this edition of Spotlight is the Rome Little Theater. We've got a couple of guests in the studio. Mandy Maloney, she is the executive director of the theater, and Jessica Stewart is here, and she is directing the last show of the current season, Steel Magnolias, which is going to be excellent from what I understand. But we're going to talk about happenings over the next few minutes with the Rome Little Theater.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome
Hi,
in.
welcome. Thank you for having us. We're so excited. The day before Valentine's Day.
Yes, and she's set
Feeling the
for it.
love, right?
Yes.
All the love, all the
She's
love.
got her
I did. I wore
decorative
fancy
attire.
earrings for you guys.
And of course, you're representing the Rome Little Theater
Yes.
with
Yes.
your RLT shirt.
Yes.
So you guys got 2 more shows left in this season.
We do. This is our 90th birthday season. It's been epic in all ways. But yes, Something Rotten is coming in March for your viewing pleasure. And then we'll end it with Steel Magnolias. And Jessica, bless her sweet little heart, is actually stage managing. She's a production stage manager for Something Rotten, while she's also starting directing Steel Magnolias. And she's the incoming president of the organization.
So you
So
a lot
really, all props to this one right here.
yeah.
Wearing lots of hats.
Well, I wear lots of hats, but I've got a great team, and so I'm in good hands. I'm not completely crazy. Just, I like to, do things that many people want.
not crazy, passionate about theater. You love what you do, and you're taking advantage of opportunities to
yeah.
get involved with it.
100%.
So we'll talk about all things RLT because I know you've got a lot going on in addition to your shows. But let's start by talking about the shows. Specifically, well, we'll kind of go in chronological order. As we mentioned, the last show of the season, Steel Magnolias. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about Something Rotten, which opens on the 15th of March, the Ides of March.
The Ides of March.
Yeah.
We do have a Shakespeare tie-in, so it is fun. So if you don't know what it is, our sweet little poster here, this is a show that you don't know what it is by the title. We get that. But once you see it, you love it. Like, if you know what it is, you love it. It's hysterical. It's a big musical, lots of production numbers, lots of fun, kind of funny and slightly irreverent, slightly. It's not for the easily offended, we will tell you. Just if it's not for the easily offended, it's not for children under the age of 13, but so much fun. And yeah, it's set in the Renaissance, Shakespearean times. Shakespeare is actually, I keep calling him to the cast, he's the Taylor Swift of the day. Everyone loves and is obsessed with Shakespeare in this time. And our story focuses on 2 brothers that are also trying to write plays in the same town where Shakespeare exists. And hilarity ensues. It's kind of hard not to give too much away without talking a little bit more.
But what we can talk about is the fantastic cast that we have. I mean, we are so fortunate. We're right at 34 cast members, so it's not a small cast, but it's not 101, like we do for our children's productions, right?
What does that mean? She's throwing shade over here. I know.
But they just, and a lot of new talent that this is their first time on the RLT stage. And I mean, when it came time for auditions for both of the shows that we're coming at, we're looking at 7 counties that are being represented. I mean, folks, it's so exciting, such an exciting time right now. And they really just such a good group of actors. They show up 15 minutes before it's time for rehearsal. I'm not looking for them. The shows are directed by Amanda Swenson, so they're definitely in good hands there with the director. But a good group, good talent, big musical numbers. Everything that you want and need in a musical is right there with Something Rotten.
Awesome. And as I look at this poster and some of the descriptions I've heard about this show, it kind of makes me think a little bit about Monty Python. Is it kind of in that vein?
Yes. If you liked Spam-A-Lot, you'll like this show.
Okay.
There are some modern musical references that you will pick up on. And it's a little bit of absurdity of course, the cast, the characters are very serious, but from an audience perspective, there is, we do go off the rails a little bit, but all in service to a wonderful message and a lot of good fun. And like Jessica said, we've got an amazing cast that's killing it, and
It'll be good to see that show.
it will be so fun. You will don't wait until the second weekend, because this will be one that you want to come back and see. We have heard that multiple times, and it is a testament, I think, to our leadership and, the artistry. We are having more and more people come for the first time. That's something one of the things I'm most proud of in this last season, that we have so many new folks every time we open the doors. I know how many new people are in the audience, even by how many times I get asked where the bathrooms are. I mean, really, at some point you work the front and you're checking people in, and nobody ever asks because they know they've been there, but over and over and over again, hey, which way's the bathrooms? And I'm like, you're new, you've never been here. So that's huge. And then, just how, I don't know, I lost my train of thought, getting very excited about all the good things. But yeah, we're really excited in this 90th birthday year to welcome so many new people and do some fun things and things that people want to come back and see. That's the other thing we hear. That's where it was full circle. People say, I'm coming back. This is my second time. I'm bringing someone, and that's really what's fun.
You were making I was going to say, you were making the point that don't wait till the last weekend, because you're going to want to come back twice. How are the ticket sales going?
Great.
Okay. We're doing good. Doing good.
I
Exciting.
don't know. I can't quote numbers right off the top of my head, but it's doing good.
You still have a good chance to get a seat that you want, right? But don't wait to the last minute. I mean, any seat in the DeSoto is great. You want to be in the building, right? But go ahead and get those seats early, those tickets now. And really back to people coming multiple times to the shows. That's really the greatest compliment. It's the greatest compliment to the cast. It's the greatest compliment to the creative team, to RLT.
And
you will see, we see that season after season, show after show. You'll see somebody on opening night, and then they're back the next weekend, and they brought their friends or their coworkers, and you're like, okay, we're doing something right here, and that goes to our volunteer base that keeps us going.
So as far as the tickets, we're encouraging folks to get tickets. Let's tell them how they can get tickets.
RomeLittleTheater.com. Theater with an R-E at the end. Theatra. That's what we like to say.
And it's always reasonably priced, those tickets.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a musical, so they're the expensive ones of the, which really are still a steal. They're 22 and 20, adults and seniors and students. But honestly, to see, to sit in a room with 500 strangers and watch your community bring together this massive piece of art, even though we're laughing and some of it's silly and it is still art. You're never going to see it done the exact same way twice, right?
That's a beauty of live theater.
That's what we're here for. That's why we're passionate about it. It's this collaboration and this moment where we all come together and create this thing, and we build these memories, and we create this sense of nostalgia for ourselves, but also for the people in the seats. And it's a reprieve from the world, right? To get to see the guy, I love it. Like, y'all know Russell Evans, right?
Oh yeah.
He's famous. He's our celebrity. And people are like, I've seen him at the UPS store, right? Like people, I'm like, yes, we live among you. These talented people, right? And the people love going, I didn't know that so-and-so. And that's right. The person that's sitting across from you, at work, also could really be this amazing, talented performer. And when you give people an outlet and a place to grow their creativity, to share their creativity, and learn new ways of being creative, it's really just a beautiful process. And so there's so much more going on when you come and sit in the seats than maybe you even realize. And that's what we're really passionate about, is the creation and telling the story and building those moments and that community and sharing it with you for 2-3 hours. You're taking a break from a screen. You're taking a break from politics, or all of the things that make us want to pull out our hair on a daily basis. That's the gift of theater.
Yeah.
That and so many more things. But we've only got like 6 hours to do this show, right? I got about 14 hours worth of material.
Right, definitely.
Hey, let me ask you this. When you guys get ready to do the production of Something Rotten, you'll be opening back up to the public after some additional renovations. Because it was closed down after the holidays, Historic DeSoto Theater Foundation. What do you know about those renovations, or what can you tell us about that?
It's all a secret. No, I'm kidding. It's not top secret. We, yes, we kind of said, hey, we're not going to be doing a whole lot. Now, again, there have been a couple of events in there, and people have been gracious to just walk around things. But truthfully, you're not really going to be able to see a lot of the things that we've been working on, which is unfortunate because it is a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of expertise, a lot of moving parts. But our truss, our lighting, that's all been replaced in this season. That's had some work done to it. Everything over the stage, the rigging, curtains, all of that's been taken down. There's been structural improvements, and it's all being put up back new, updated to all the things to code, all of that. Our house lights, I mean, like we're getting new lighting instruments. There's been some stuff above the ceiling root. Again, so when it's all put back together, she might not look different than she did during Elf, but she is different and so much more functional and safe and just moving toward that state-of-the-art theater that we're all looking forward to.
Right.
You know, for the DeSoto, we love her so much. Old girl.
And
She's
almost
getting up there, but she's hanging in.
And
So
of course, as these buildings age, just like with people, the preservation, you got to take care of them.
Oh yeah, definfinely.
Yeah.
And the stories that building could tell, right?
Oh, my goodness,
and ultimately, for me, what I love about theater is the storytelling.
Yeah.
Because that's when you realize, when, like Mandy was saying, you have 5 people in a room, you realize that you're not alone. You're like, oh, wait, we all just laughed at the same thing. So and with this show, your sense of humor might be just a little bit warped like mine. I love it.
we do love hearing people come into the theater and go, oh, I came here in high school for whatever. Or, you know, people, those stories they just abound. We're so thankful to be able to live in a place that has that much history and has that much connection already. So people already want to be there. And then the fact that they're there and they're entertained or they're moved or they're touched in some way. It's just, it's pretty cool.
It's
pretty cool.
It is. And I'm sure Mandy can tell stories of this, but it's like you have an invitation to come see a show, and then the next thing you know, that person has decided, hey, this is what I want to do. And then they're at an audition, or they decide to take on a behind the scenes on the crew. And so then their story in theater just expands. So it's always exciting.
And speaking of auditions, a couple of weeks ago, you had auditions for Steel Magnolias. This is my segue. Sorry about that. This is my segue because we've been talking about Something Rotten. Now let's talk about your final show of the season coming up in May, Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, we have Steel Magnolias. We auditioned for Steel Magnolias. Absolutely exciting. A lovely group of women, talent. We knew there would be a lot of excitement around that show. But we got our cast, a lovely group of 6 ladies. And I am so thrilled and already so proud of this group. I've got a good team with me. So I'm directing Steel Magnolias. Amanda Swenson will be my production stage manager. So we just kind of swapped roles there, and all is good. But it's a great story about friendship that so many people know and love and want to be a part of. And what is so exciting is to be able to, we had our first read through, and to be able to hear this cast that you've been dreaming of for quite some time and planning for, and to hear them say those lines that you love and that they love. It's so exciting to be a part of that. And so that'll close out the season in May.
Yes, and I'll bet that's going to be a sellout because this is such a popular
you don't want to
show.
wait to get those tickets either. This is a story it's almost, I don't think it's overstepping to say it's just a part of American culture at this
Especially
point.
here in the South.
Especially
Yes.
here in the South.
Yes.
These are women that we all know and almost feel like they kind of belong to us a little bit. So everybody sort of has their idea of who they should be. And you know, and the film is lovely, but we're not recreating the film. This was a script first. And the script is, I've always said, probably the best one I've ever read. It stands the test of time. It holds up. All of those funny one-liners that we know, but there is so much there that's not just family, but chosen family. And what I love about telling this story is that it does relate to what we do at the theater a lot, in that we talk about our theater family all the time, that these are people we choose to be with and get frustrated with and laugh until we're silly and we're sleep deprived and all of the things, and how that chosen family, that connection, that creating a safe space to just really be who you are, is really mirrored in this show. The beauty shop is where these women get really real, and, you know, love each other in ways that we don't always think of as love, right? We don't always think about, but it's just the quintessential, again, I just keep saying chosen family story of, you know, how, especially as women, what it looks like to love each other through thick and thin and support each other.
And it's great.
Beautiful.
100%.
It's beautiful. It's one of my favorites.
And anytime you can bring that to the stage and be able to have a cast of, like I said, 6 talented ladies telling the story. And I said this in auditions to the ladies, that I have a group of friends that we have our own conversation with quotes from Still Magnolias. Like, because we don't, at this point, we don't know life without those ladies of Chicopee, Louisiana, right? They're woven into who we are in our conversations. So as the director of the show, I know there's a great responsibility, because I know there's going to be a theater full of me sitting there going, okay, all right, I know exactly how I'm supposed to feel at every moment. But I you know, in all the discussions of how to make this happen, like Mandy said, we're not looking to recreate. It's not a watered down version. These women, you can look in the mirror and see yourself, and they're classic. And we just want to keep it that way from beginning to end.
Awesome. That sounds like that's going to be quite a show. And actually, it was through you guys that I learned that Steel Magnolias was first a play before it was a movie.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are not aware of that. Obviously, I went until y'all told me.
Yeah. Well, and you know, a lot of things start out as books and whatever, and then they become a movie, and that's all that people remember. But it's another benefit of theater to be like, hey, remember when this was open for interpretation and you didn't have Dolly Parton in your mind, right? Nothing. We love Dolly
Parton, but still.
But like, you know, there are so many different ways that Truvy can look and sound and react, and that's what's really beautiful about it, is that these women are all of us at some point.
Oh, yeah. I think it's important just to make sure that interpretation is real, and that folks can have that connection. And I definitely, we're on a good start with that.
And it's not just for women. The men can come too, because men, if you happen to have a woman in your life, there will be lessons and things that you can learn by seeing Still Magnolias as well.
100%.
So we encourage the men folk to come on, not be afraid, because it'll be beautiful and fun for you too.
They won't have Tom Skerritt in there shooting birds or whatever they did in the movie.
No, again, there are no men in the show.
Well, I mean, he's not technically on the stage, but I'm sure we'll know of his presence.
Well, he's mentioned.
What about an armadillo cake? Will an armadillo cake be making an
You're just going to have to come and sing.
That's one of those things that we may have to keep as a surprise.
Okay. So that's it. People just need to go ahead and get. When did the tickets go on sale for that
They're
show?
on sale now.
Yeah, okay. On sale now.
Oh, yeah. Go to our website. You can buy as many tickets as you want. Group rates, gift certificates, because we do, for Steel Magnolias, Mother's Day is in the mix.
Yeah.
So if you're,
there.
again, men, if you're thinking, do not make your wife buy the gift for your mother. Go ahead and just do it yourself. I'm giving you, there it is. That's your hint. There it is. It's right now. Valentine's Day. You're going to get your Valentine's Day present today. Yes. You know you are, men. You know it's February 13th and Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So you're doing your shopping. So go ahead and check the Mother's Day box too, and just
get those tickets.
Get it done.
You've actually just saved a lot of marriages.
And you're welcome.
And that's the Rome Little Theater's Valentine's Day gift to you.
That's right. You can purchase gift certificate, and yeah.
No. So I want to go back to something you were talking about earlier about how many new faces that you've seen at the Rome Little Theater as of late. And of course, that's including folks in the audience, but also you've seen a lot of newcomers to the stage. Are you still looking to get more new people
Always.
involved?
Oh, definitely.
Always.
Yeah,
this is a community organization. As much as I would love to think that it belongs to me or that it belongs to Jessica, probably there are no two people more aware of how much it doesn't belong to us than the two of us. No, we're aside from the one paid staff that we have, everyone else is a volunteer essentially. And so our community organization is like we want to represent our community. So we always need new folks. We love new ideas, new creativity, different viewpoints, 100%.
And it's funny. I always have to remind myself sometimes, even though I've been a part of the community, in some cases, a very small amount of time as compared to others, right around 5 years. But like, I pretty much literally walked off the street and walked into RLT and have never checked out.
That's what happens.
I mean, I didn't have a theater background. I didn't. I mean, I had a love and appreciation, but I didn't wake up every day saying, "Oh, I have to direct a play, or my life isn't complete." Right? My background for storytelling, because that's truly my love, is storytelling, is through songwriting and music. And I wanted to be in a room full of people who were creative and see a different process. And that's how I ended up in the director's lab. And then the next thing I know, opportunity after opportunity, I did what I normally don't do. I said yes to everything. I was like, yes. I didn't, and then we'd figure it out later. And now, here we are right now, and I'm about to direct Still Magnolias. I never in a million years thought to dream like that, because I've had conversations with Mandy and Amanda Swenson and other directors, and you get to hear these lovely stories of how they were able to direct a play or a musical that meant something to them. Now, all the projects that I've been a part of, I've grown to love, but I haven't had 30 plus years and memories tied to it, and that sentimental piece to it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you really can walk in and
Just be a part of it.
and just be a part of it.
Yeah, I like to say that, we have a place for everybody, but there is a caveat, I will say. Jessica is positive and wonderful and loving and open and kind, and, we have a place for everyone who is open-minded and willing and there to work and be a part of it. We do not have a place for cranky people. We have too much fun. If you are cranky, we are here to have fun while we do something worthwhile.
No, you guys are there. If they come in cranky, you're going to turn that frown upside down.
100%,
We hope,
right?
we hope. But yeah.
So, any hints about next season at the Roman Theater?
That's the $1 million question.
Yeah, we don't get to know till the end of this season, do we?
You don't.
Okay. Well, that's another incentive to go see Still Magnolias.
No, but yes, it will be announced when Still Magnolias opens. That's kind of what we do. And we do have people, listen, I started getting calls in January. When is the next season on? I want to buy my season tickets. And so I really need to take just 2 minutes. If you are one of those people, to say thank you. And I don't want to get emotional, but I might. And if you're one of those people who've already come to me and said, hey, we weren't season ticket holders last year, but we're going to be this year, thank you. Because it's that kind of consistent bought-in support that not just gives me a job, but continues to feed my soul and our soul. Because I tell you, when you're building a set at 3 a.m. for 4 nights in a row, knowing that your community, you're all volunteer, you can kind of be like, why do I choose? Like, I need to rethink all of my choices. But to know that we're making that kind of an impact, and that we are creating a space where people can bring their families, their partners, their coworkers, whoever, and have something that lasts, something that they look forward to, something that really, like, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, please stop asking me, because it gives me stress. But it's such a good thing. So we just need to say thank you to at this point, hundreds and thousands of people who continue to show up and support us, and who will buy a season ticket, and who are ready to buy a season ticket without even knowing what we're doing, because they trust us. Right. I mean, like, I have cold chills, and again, I get emotional. They trust that we're going to do something that's worthwhile. There's so many ways and places to spend your money these days. Right. And so many things that vie for our time and our effort. Like, we don't take for granted at all that people will get off of their couch, into their car, navigate parking on Broad Street, and come to us. It means so much. It means so much.
Because it's never just, I bought a ticket. If you have a family, now a lot of times you may have to find a babysitter, and then you have dinner that's involved. It takes a lot. It's not just, I bought a ticket, let me drive to the theater. So you're 100% right, Mandy. The folks, whether it's buying a ticket or volunteering to help with the production, you could spend your time anywhere. And what an honor that you've decided to come hang out with us at the theater.
So we've got just a couple of minutes remaining in the program, and certainly glad to have everybody join us for the latest edition of WLAQ Community Spotlight. Again, our focus this time around is the Rome Little Theater, and we're joined by Mandy Maloney and Jessica Stewart. So, of course, once we get past the last two shows of the season, we'll be heading into the summer. Do you guys have any summer camps or special activities going on?
Yes, we will do summer camp again. That information goes out in mid-March. I've already been asked to. So we'll have summer camp, and that will feed in, right into the next season. We also kind of have another big, exciting announcement that is not ready to be made just yet, but I'm going to leave that hanging out there. Follow us, sign up on our website. Because there are some cool new things in store for us next year. And we're hoping to add even more opportunities in between our main stage shows for people to take part or experience the magic of theater and what storytelling can do. So sorry, I can't say more. I'm sorry.
So that said, just stay tuned for more details.
Hang with us, folks. Hang with us.
So we got about a minute or so left. Anything else you'd like to share with listeners and viewers?
Jessica wanted to sing a song.
What song?
In honor of Usher.
Usher.
We were having a little Super Bowl conversation before we came on the air.
It's a great deal of gratitude. We are so thankful as an organization that folks, like we've said over and over, that they want to give their time and want to spend it with us. Everything that you could want to know about RLT and ways to get involved is at our website, rumlittletheater.com. RE.
Yes, theatre.
So whether it's tickets, whether it's volunteer opportunities, sponsorship, advertising opportunities, it's all there. But really, we could never say thank you enough. Thank you just will never measure up, even if it was all caps and 106 font size. But we are definitely very, very thankful for the community.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for you guys, for always being so supportive and letting us come talk about it.
We think Rome Little Theater is an asset to the community, and we're certainly always happy to help promote what you've got going on.
Thank you.
Well, I guess that pretty much put this one on the books. It's been a fun one. I thank you guys so much for coming in.
Absolutely. Well, Jessica will sing next time.
Okay.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Do your homework on the Usher songs.
Okay.
So we can have some Usher songs.
I will.
I'm kidding.
Man, thank y'all so much for spending some time with us today.
Absolutely. We love it.
And that puts this edition of WLAQ Community Spotlight on the books. Again, our focus this time, the Rome Little Theater. Special thanks to Mandy Maloney and Jessica Stewart for being the guest today. And with that, we bid you adieu. Have a great time. We'll see you next time on WLAQ Community Spotlight.
This has been the WLAQ Community Spotlight. We thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the WLAQ Radio YouTube channel and follow WLAQ Rome on Facebook.